No.
Yeah, for $1.50. few attempts at goal, but after that mark there was no real option, so just looking for the right ball, doesn't want to give it away. Down the line, can someone mark this? Goes over the top of everyone, near the boundary line, and just rolls over. In front of the grandstand there, here on a beautiful, what are we, autumn? Beautiful autumn day.
Yes. It's a lovely day.
Perfect day for football. No, not much wind, no rain.
No, it sure is. So PAC still looking for that first goal. Little soccer comes off the ground. McGill for PAC. This time it's Ben. We'll be seeing plenty of him today. He's a serious ball magnet with that helmet. It comes back now through Chant. That's a really high ball. Mark was taken in the end there though by Ben Ionello. He goes out wide, like the option there from Perks. Perks sending it in.
Good
few
mark.
flies up there. There might be a free kick in the end. I think I heard the whistle. Just a little bit of infringement in the marking contest there. I'd say it was definitely there.
He flew.
Flying up. A lot of people around the ball. Who's going to take this one? It's Brazil again. So see if he can improve on his first shot at goal.
Yeah, he can use that one a bit of a guiding shot, I think. And again, we know how good he is, kicking plenty of goals last season and getting that move to the league level. So he'll want to kick this just to get them back into the game. 3 goals early to St. Peter's. They've settled and they'll want to get this to reward them for their efforts.
Angle not ideal, but distance is not much, so to speak. But the angle has won out here, and it's either out on the full or a mark. So no score there for Tyson Brazil, unfortunately. Spock looking to rebound. Have been sometimes a little bit slow to get it out from the kick out, but once they get it past halfway, been unstoppable. But come straight back in to the Prince Alfred 50. They're just able to find a guy on his own there. Just trying to suss out who it is. Number eludes me, Jad.
Yeah, we are very far here, but so it might be a bit of a...
We'll keep an eye on him, but
we'll try our best.
The shot looks maybe about 45 metres out, and it was Riley Davis. But he's not going to trouble the goal scorers either, just another behind.
Another behind. It's becoming a little bit of an issue. They've had 4 shots at goal and 3 behind, 1 no score, so they want to get a goal soon just to settle those nerves in front of goal, as well as get back into this one, because honestly they've started very well, St. Peter's.
And that's the difference, 3 goals, 3 points. Like
exactly,
same score, same scoring shots really.
Exactly, and some of their shots were from St. Peter's seemed even harder than the one Prince Alfred had, but they have played a lot better the last 5 minutes, got really back into this game, been 50 more than St. Peter's have in the last 5 minutes, so they've just got to keep it up and the goals will come eventually, you hope, for them.
Well, a lot going on in that pack there.
Stuck in the middle, I think.
Holding the ball.
There's a free kick somewhere, yep.
There sure is. It'll be with De Cesare. So he's already troubled the scoreboard today.
Good
That's
kick.
a beautiful kick.
Very nice.
Glad we agree on that, Jad. Almost at the same time we both said that. Just not quite sure where to go from here. Going forward always seems like the best option. Punch from behind came from Trenorden. Ends up sending PAC back forwards into the hands of Davis. That was a great chest mark there. Gets it on the move. Gets it into Wilkin. Shot comes. Is that a shot? We'll call it a shot, and it's another behind.
Another behind, that's right. I think he was maybe passing it, but overcooked the pass and went over the head of everyone.
A little bit.
They're going to have to hit the scoreboard soon, you hope, for them. But St. Peter's doesn't look like they've been rattled too much. Nice kicking to get out of defence. Not bombing it long, just finding those uncontested marks to get out of trouble. Nicely done there, a lot of options for them. Jordan Lockwood now, and then handballing it off to the running Dwyer. Dwyer into the forward line, not the best kick unfortunately, and just finding the defender. He had a few options there, but well read by the defender too. He kept his eye on the ball the whole way through and took the intercept mark. That kick is nice as well. It was a dangerous one, but worked out well, finding Davis. Goes a little bit wide, play on. Davis,
Oh.
handballed back to Davis, got tackled as soon as he had it. Trying to get back inside 50 here. They do, and they kick it nicely. Finding Ty Bedford. He's also one of their newer players, represented South Australian under-18s in 2017. 3 years with Sturt and 1 with Eastern Perth the last few years. He did play for Spock 4 games last season, however, so he's again one of those ones that are signing with them full time now. And some good experience with those under-18s representation and with Sturt. And they've settled well, and I've liked their kicking out of defence. That was really impressive.
Yeah, they got it down really well. It's up to PAC now, so Macaulay goes really wide. Kick had to be precise, and it was. Just assessing what he's got now. Might have to go with the good old long down the line. He does. Will it work out? Kind of just bounces over everyone, but umpire says there was a bit of a push in there. So the free kick will go to Spock in the end. They look to bring it back into attack. Taking their time, looking for the short option. We're looking for Hamish Allen, but it just dribbled short and went out of bounds. So probably not the best kick there, but it's round one. You know, you've got to get the cobwebs out. Got to get those mistakes out of the way.
That's right. It was the right idea. Just fell a bit short, so now there will be a stoppage right on the wing. The two ruck go at it. Now the clearance again by Spock. They've done well with the clearances from the line, but they're close enough. Nearly taken on the ruck by Fernandon, one of the new players here for PAC, but in the end it's into the 50 once again. 2-on-1 in defence, and they do well to kick it out. Beautifully done with a fast running style. This has suited them when they've gone forward in the past. Was tackled as he kicked it, but fairly just dribbles into the 50. Who's there to pick it up? The numbers are back there for Spock to defend really well, and again not panicking, not kicking it down the line or anything, finding their targets, and now they go back the other way. A bit of rebounding football now. Finding Ben McGill into the 50, nicely kicked and stood his ground well with Higgins.
Well played there. You know, just held his spot, went forward at the right time. That's good forward craft.
Exactly, and the other attacker was there to kind of pretend he was going for it. The defender was a bit outnumbered, and it was good forward craft, as you mentioned, to take that mark.
Yeah, just looked like something they'd do at training. You know, here, kick here, kick here.
Having a shot now, a bit of an angle, only about 30 metres out maybe. It wobbles all over the place and just misses. So even Spock have had a few misses now in a row, and I wish they went through. They would have been winning a bit more comfortably, but that was really good play again, and once again we saw them kicking out of their defence very nicely to create the opportunity from one end to the other.
Yeah, good signs, I guess, and I like the way that they brought it into the 50 as well. Just very disciplined. Knew what their patterns were supposed to be, where they're leading. You can see Spock set up very well in defence here, getting that zone going. So PAC trying to kick over that zone now. They had targets there, looking for Brazel. You know he's going to be a target everywhere all day. Quick handball comes up from the captain, McNamara. Handed it off to Davis, who sent it deep into the pocket. Quick soccer off, looking there for Brimsley.
Play on.
You're going to keep going.
Goal.
Kicked it through. So Prince Alfred finally got their first 6-pointer of the day. They moved to 1-4-10, trailing Spock by 10 points with 3-2-20.
Yeah, it was nicely done again down the wing. It was a bit of what we've been saying about Spock. They did themselves from one end to the other, and the kick over the top was smart, maybe a little bit of luck, but worked out well in the end, and he took the mark right in front with no defenders, so played on and kicked the goal.
Look more like themselves at the moment, PAC. As we said, they've had a bit of turnover, so it takes a while to get used to everyone, who you're playing with, how they play.
Yeah, for sure. In the middle now, one of the new players in the ruck, Fernandon.
Trinorden.
Trinorden?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was
No, you're
tricky.
good. No?
Tricky name on paper, but
No,
easy to say.
no, I know someone else with the last name, so
There
I
you
got
go.
you back.
Trinorden.
Yeah.
I'll remember that now. He does give away the free kick after a big drop, but it's a 50 now, 2-on-2 situation.
Oh!
Punched by the defender. Trying to look for the boundary line, eventually it does dribble over there. They'll take that spot. It was a good jump by the defender. He maybe could have marked it, instead went for the punch. Now they get a stoppage inside their 50. We've seen them win the clearance as well, so if they can do that now, it could be a big thing. There's Trinorden there, trying to get the handball away, but nicely intercepted into the 50 now. Right deep into that 50. No mark, but very dangerous position still.
Oh!
Spins twice, snaps it around, and then misses the snap and soccer kicks it off the ground to the post.
Oh no.
That was a very, very interesting play. Nearly paid off. The spinning was amazing. The snap
Ballerina
missed his foot,
there.
and the soccer kick hit the post. So a very much a mixed bag of emotions for them there. Just unlucky not to get the goal. It hit the post in the end.
Well, look, Johnny Reid, maybe he's got a career as a dancer somewhere after those moves.
Quick feet.
But Perks had it through the middle for PAC. As you said, Jad, when they get that fast footy moving, they look a lot better. And there's the goal. So straight away, just taking it out from defence all the way into offence, and they get their second goal. So 2-4-16, PAC just crawling back now, still trailing Spock on 21.
I like that kick into the 50. He could have went into the goal square like you'd think, just get as close as goal as you can, but he instead saw a man free and chipped it into the pocket, and from there he was able to finish very well. I believe it was Garrels with their goal, number 13. So well done by him and all his teammates to really make that goal happen. And yeah, like I said, the fast footy is suiting them. They're able to catch Spock a little bit off guard with their skills and their speed, and that's helped them get a few goals now.
Oh, it caught me off guard too. I thought they were all the way down the forward line.
We're discussing his dancing skills, and next minute really missed the goal.
Oh god. So Spock looking to come back into it here. They probably need a goal here just to stop this momentum. Prince Alfred really just settling back in now, you'd think. But yeah, oh, they're inside 50 now. Bedford centred a bit more central. Looking up now, goal square, but massive punch from behind came from Sumner, and almost goal saving, you'd say. That's one of the biggest punches I've ever seen. And another one there just came across from Ianello. Ben, that was, ended up giving away the free. You see the intent though. Looking out to the pocket again for Bedford. Been a serious target already. Oh, a bit of push and shove in there. Bedford sends it long, bit of hanging on the arm there, would have thought. No, just keep on going on with it. A few players come down after that contest as Prince Alfred work it out towards the wing.
Just knocked into him.
They'll need Johnny Reid in this game. He's a very crucial operator.
Already has a goal.
Spock. So here they go again. We'll keep an eye on him. Good roving there from Vrodos. Comes straight back in looking for Bedford. Drops short of him, but he's got time and space. He goes around the mark. Straight through. Absolutely no worries. So Ty Bedford. You know, the kick dropped a little bit short, but he just had all the time in the world, just got around his players, had someone looking for him for the tackle, but put it straight through. So Spock, I'd say they needed that goal just to get themselves a little bit more breathing room. They moved to 4-3-27, PAC 2-4-16, and about 23 minutes in the first quarter.
Very nicely called and good play from Bedford there. He marked it and could have went back and had the shot, but knew he had the speed and the skills. Got around the mark and beautifully finished.
Did very well there.
The blood rule, I think, so a bit of delay to get started again.
And just keep an eye on Johnny Reid as well. He's just having some deep breaths in the goal square at the moment, I think.
It's good that he didn't come off, so hopefully he's okay. But nicely taken out the rock there from the St. Peter's Rockman into the 50 now. looking to get another shot at goal. Centering ball. This worked earlier. They're looking around, nearly taking the mark, but bounces. Here's Bedford again. Just tackled, but play on. They got the numbers back here, but good pressure from St. Peter's to try and lock them in, and a nice tackle to cause the stoppage.
Yeah, Ben McGill is a little tackling machine in his helmet there. He just, you wouldn't want to be near him, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly. Very crucial play to them. There's Jolly with the clearance.
Oh no. Oh,
still in. Right in the pocket here, and they play on. The ball bounces back into play. Another centering kick. Nicely done to stop him taking the defensive mark, but it was touched. Looking for the shot now. Any snap will do. Centres it and nicely takes that one there from John Vrodos.
Well, we'll have to give a shout out to TJ there. Johnny Vrodos, the Adonis as he calls him, one of his favourite players.
Who doesn't love Vrodos? He's a very, very good player, and shows why there. Could have snapped it, but had the composure to kick it through the sticks and more cleanly than a snap sometimes. And that's another goal going the way of St. Peter's. It's been a very good contest early, very evenly matched, but St. Peter's will be very happy with how it's going so far.
Oh, great game. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the fight that, Spock are bringing to this contest. And, you can get a bit intimidated if you're playing against the premiers and you were probably at the other end of the ladder. But, they're saying, I don't care about that. We're new season. Yep, fresh start. Let's go. Everyone's
on zero wins at the start of the season, and they're showing why. I'd like the work from the St. Peter's ruckman. I'll get his name in a second, but he done really well to take it out the ruck last time, which helped them lock it in their 50, and now again soccer kicked out the ruck. This time it doesn't work, however. The mark is taken by Craig Pitt towards the wing, over the top of everyone again. The boundary line's there, but they'd take the tackle just before. It was just a boundary, so tackled over the line, and it'll be a stoppage right on the wing there.
The crowd's starting to build now. A few more people here now, just hearing a bit more from the crowd. Good tap there from Trenorden, but it's roved by Ed Allen. Looking for a target in the forward line there, but it's just hit that boundary line. Seems like it's a bit shorter on that other side than they think. Craig Pitt now looks to put the ball central. Got to have a lot of trust in your players to do something like that, and he clearly does. The second handball, though, didn't quite work out, but umpire pulled a free from there, so they'll get out of jail here. Prince Alfred in the hands of Wicks. Goes out nice and wide just to find his teammate there in Tearley. Tearley finds that nice safe far wing. I'm glad they're enjoying it over there, but it's harder for us to call, but that's okay. We're just doing our best here. Plenty of numbers here for Spock, but the handball pops out to PAC, so just working a little bit harder there. Kick out there comes from Ianello. Puts it through. Wow. Bang, bang, Ben Ianello. And I apologise if I'm not saying that very well, so come and find me, any members of the Ianello family, if I'm wrong, but that's a great goal there. So PAC, they move to 3-4-22, Spock 5-3-33.
They'll be happy with that one, because that's probably the first goal they've got not from that running and gunning style. They took their time, they found the right targets, hard work on hands and knees to get the handball free to find Ianello to finish. So finding goals different ways. Good game here with 11 points, 27 minutes played, so you'd assume not too much time left, so good red time goal as well from Prince Alfred. See if anyone can get a quick clearance here, maybe there's time for another goal. Handball again off the hands and knees. Here's Jolly in his 150th game, would you believe? So congrats to him, very good achievement to get to 150 in the Adelaide Footy League, all in the A grades, all for Prince Alfred, so a true legend of the club, I'd say. But St. Peter's into the 50 now, into the corner, into the pocket. Almost takes the mark. Done very well to get hands on it a few times, but just couldn't in the end. High tackle, so a relieving free kick here. They'll be happy to get the ball out of a dangerous area after nearly conceding a mark.
Oh, can't be long to go. All the shouts coming from the bench here.
Yeah, telling him not much time left.
Don't
do anything
down.
Silly.
Need those signs like they do in the AFL, you know, they got the noodles and, you know, whatever they put up on the bench. But quarter time now, so maybe surprising to some. Spock leading at quarter time, 5-3-33 to PAC, 3-4-22, 11-point lead, and they just had a great start to the quarter, didn't they, Jad?
Yeah, they got 3 goals for to nothing early on, and that really set up their game and gave them the confidence that they can actually match it to Prince Alfred, who were, of course, last year's premiers. And from there, they really built on that. They conceded a few goals late, but other than that, they were very happy with that start, I guess, with how they came out the gates flying, scored those 3 goals quick, and really got a foothold into this match.
Yeah, absolutely. So, off to a great start here were St. Peter's, and we will come back with the second quarter after these messages. At quarter time of the round 1 clash between St. Peter's and Prince Alfred, and we are brought to you today by Dartfish. So Dartfish, you know, got all your stats needs for season 2024. Give them a call if you want to get some stats about your footy games. They can film, they can do all sorts. And Jad, we saw a very exciting first quarter here, which, you know, may surprise people to know that St. Peter's are ahead by 11 points.
Yeah, for sure. Quite a high scoring quarter, 5 goals to 4, 11 points difference. We saw, like we mentioned, St. Peter's coming out flying. First 3 goals of the game, settled after that, but yeah, very good game and good quality football, to be honest. It's been a good watch, and I think the weather's helping as well. Beautiful weather here, good crowd building, and Yeah, keen to see how the second quarter goes. I know Prince Alfred probably won't be too happy with how that went, considering they are last year's premiers. But with the changes in their team, a lot of ins and outs, that might take time to build the chemistry, and we'll see if they come out differently in the second quarter. Interesting to see they're all in their positions ready to go, where St. Peter's still in the huddle getting the hurry along from the umpire, which I've not really seen too much. So.
Got to get those last messages out, you know, and you can see on the other hand PAC in the middle just trying to sort out their ruck work, I think, and sort out their midfield, because we saw them really dominated in the clearances in the first quarter. St. Peter's were just getting it out, and it was almost too easy.
Yeah, 100%. That's where Dalfish comes into play. I'd love to have a look after the game when the stats become available about how many clearances that was the difference in the first quarter, because I feel like Spock won nearly every clearance I can remember. There was obviously a few straight Prince Alfred won, but that midfield really set up them to get those goals and create a lot of good opportunities for their forwards.
Yeah, and they've got good options in there. So starting in the ruck will be Stuart Rattray, but they've got Lockwood that goes through there as well. But Stuart Rattray first hands to it again, and that's so invaluable. But ends up with the opposition ruck in Trenord, and he gets the first kick out. But landing underneath it is Charlie Allen for St. Peter's. So take a minute to settle here. Where's Charlie going to put it? He goes out fairly wide there, maybe too wide. Just keeping in there was Rodos. Went down the line. Hit the target there, and Stuart Rattray, the ruck. Oh, and it's looking for Bedford there. Was there a little bit of hanging on? Bedford's still looking for it. And now he's going to put the tackle on, but umpire says too high. So just a little bit clumsy there, but Bedford's looking very lively, Jad.
Yeah, every time he gets near it, something exciting happens. He's got a really nice goal and been about it, really attacking, very dangerous in attack, and someone they would have probably chatted about at quarter time on how to nullify his attacking presence. It looks like they're a long way from goals, but so he does just set it up into the middle now, into a dangerous position. Big fly with the one-hander.
Oh, please!
What a grab there. We'll find out who that was, but what a fly with the one-hander. He was at the back of the pack, used his body to shield with his other hand to shield the defenders, and just took it with the hand like nothing. Snaps it around the corner and finishes as well. So not short of confidence there, and beautifully taken for the mark, which was really good to see. The finish was almost as good, if not better.
It was, and yeah, I think that was Dwyer again. So he got the first goal of the first quarter, first goal of the second quarter, and St. Peter's, yeah, just looking alive, a lot of energy there, and just raring to go.
Yeah, very good inclusion. As we mentioned, he's one of their newer players. Played 2 games last year with them, but now signed on full time and a few years with Sturt. So definitely a top player, and we've seen it this game so far with 2 goals already and beautifully taken one-hand mark. Why not?
Very impressive stuff.
Into the middle now, Stuart Rattray again in the ruck. Does well to follow up with it, but the clearance will come the way of Prince Alfred. Not the best clearance, just dribbling along the floor. They're there to clean it up with a handball though, so still pressure on. Does well with that left kick towards the boundary, but there's players there all over the place. Ben McGuire now with a helmet. Back to Stuart Rattray, so very nice done from the ruckman to find his way onto the wing. Big fly and bit of rough play, but it was all fair in the end, and the snap comes around looking for a mark inside 50. Big fly, nearly the chest mark, but no. The ball just bobbles out of defence now, and not as cleanly as Prince Alfred would have hoped, but they're just trying to get it away any way possible, and eventually with a few chain handballs they do. And now they have space and an outnumber in their forward line if they can get a clean ball here. But well done there to really save the play and give his team enough time to get their defenders back.
Yeah, did well there, just pushing back in defence there.
Very well done, yeah.
St. Peter's. Could have been goal-saving stuff there.
Max Henry, I believe, did that very nicely. Defensive action there, as they do the throw-in now, and again towards the boundary line. They get another clearance here towards the wing, but well led by the defender, by Will Schmidt. Will Schmidt, one of their new players actually, so he 2 games for Chancellor District Reserves last year and 8 games for Gawler before getting injured, so he'll be happy to be back on the field. Has good experience around the league and around South Australia. to make it to the central district reserve, of course, is a very good effort. And it is a free kick here for the 150 gamer, Hayden Jolly. Jolly into the 50 now, looking for a mark, taken as a mark and a free kick, which will cause the 50. So after he marked a bit of a bump to the head, and 50 metres given away of Edward Allen. He's, of course, captain of the squad, and good defensive action to save a goal.
Right, did well there. So Allen comes across laterally to Montgomery. Going forward to go back there. Across to Nick McGill. Oh, and that beautiful precision kick into the centre. That's awesome play there from St. Peter's. The other McGill just dumped while on top of it, and umpire says
pushing
the back too high at something. He's blown the whistle, so
free kick. Little
Benny McGill will have a shot on goal here from a free. Distance shouldn't trouble him here. He'll probably kick from about, what would you say, 45?
45, 50, yeah.
Yep.
It's a bit hard to see the line, but it's going to be a big kick.
Look, he's going to have to launch it.
Anyone can, Ben Milgill can.
No, I agree. I've seen him do some of his best work here on this oval. So McGill just starts the run up now on the right boot. It's nice and high, but it's just going to drop a little bit short and go through for a behind.
Yeah, it made the distance, but to make the distance had to give up a bit on the accuracy, and just left of the post. Off to a decent start, St. Peter's. I'll be happy with this because they haven't been just a lucky first quarter, you know what I mean? So they've come out and proven that they're really in this game, and they're about it. That kick is nice though, finds a target on the wing. The coaches love when that happens, just opens up the game for them. Goes down the line again, there's someone there ready to mark it, and he does. That was into the 50 now, looking for a mark. Over the top of everyone, nearly taken on them by Brazil, but not yet. The ball bobbling around in the pocket, trying to get out of danger is St. Peter's defenders, but it finds its way to McNamara. McNamara into the middle now. Big pack forming, big jump. Couldn't take the mark, but snaps around on his left and finishes truly.
Tyson Brazil.
Big flyer to take the mark, and when he couldn't take it, the second effort was good to get the snap and the goal. So well done by him, and McNamara, who kicked it towards him, will be happy, the captain, with that effort, and brings the score up to 28, 4-4, 28. There'll be 5, I believe, 5-4, playing 6-4. Nearly 7 minutes played in the second quarter.
Yeah, and just Brazil, once he gets going, it can be hard to stop. So, that's his first goal, I believe. So maybe, second, sorry. Is it? No.
First.
Maybe that'll get him started. Sorry, it's our first round too. We're just, getting back into it. And just,
soccer kick out the middle.
Big soccer kick. That was a little bit of a push from McGill, I think. Got away with it though. Punched it into the middle in front of Bedford. Bedford always just looks like he's got all the time in the world. Gets it into Allen. Allen's had a good start to this game, and good punch comes from behind though. Stuart Rattray's around it. Sends the kick out. He was looking for Brodos. Handball comes out. Brodos is still lurking around as well, but Prince Alfred do well there to get it out the back. You have to fight the boundary line though. A little bit of a rugby try there to try and keep it in.
Yeah, tried to stop it going out and punched it further away. But
it might have saved the last kick, I reckon. Last touch, sorry.
Yes, that's probably it. You're right.
That's all you got to do.
It's a good point.
Good effort. Yep, so he's caused the throw-in instead. 2 rucks here, Stuart Rattray, but Trenorden gets first hands to it there. Roving down to it was Pitt. Still on the ground there. Just dribbles out again, so be another throw-in, Jad.
Throw in now on the wing. St. Peter's would love another clearance here. They've done it really well so far in this match. Interesting to see a bit of a different ruck setup than we saw in the first quarter. Stuart Rattray spending the majority of this quarter so far in there. And there's Bedford again trying to get it out. He gets the handball away, and that causes them to go forward. Big fly. no mark taken, play on, and then everyone jumps on top and it'll be another umpire will throw it up just inside the 50 or on the 50 metre line, it seems.
Had a few almost speckies
A few
today.
almost big marks, but I love seeing that they're not afraid to try, and we'll get one eventually, hopefully. From that they go towards the wing, Prince Alfred, but no mark, and it's another stoppage. So just a bit of lull and play with a few stoppages in a row now.
Stuck on that far wing over there.
Yeah, that's great for us.
Oh, it's so good. It's where we can see the best from.
9.5 minutes played. Jordan and Stuart Rattray again in the ruck, so just a bit of a delay here to get it.
No, because it's Bedford. He's limping off. Oh, this isn't good signs.
So they're waiting to...
Especially, and because they'll need him to go through the gate, otherwise he won't be able to come back on. Of course, the injuries always happen when you're on the other side of the field. Got a long way to go. You can see Lockwood's running on now. We'll see if he comes into the ruck.
They're making some other changes as well. They're well called. Lockwood straight into the ruck, setting Stuart Rattray forward. He's very agile type ruckman, Stuart Rattray, so he'll like the opportunity to take some marks in the forward line, hopefully for them.
And hopefully it's nothing too bad for Bedford. Hopefully it's just a strap up and back on
It
job.
could be. He's walking by himself. He's limping a bit.
We'll hope for the best.
Yeah, it's still a good 55 metres to go. But the players won't mind a bit of a rest. It looks like they're going to play now. The players on, all the numbers are on, so you called it Lockwood in the ruck. Tackled.
Holding the ball.
You could hear the crowd wanting it, and they got it in the end. The handball wide. Over the top now. More handballs, so play on. Long kick now. Huge kick into the 50. Can anyone mark it? The defender stands under it and beautifully takes it. Strong mark.
Will Schmidt there with the mark in defence.
Will Schmidt has done a few nice things for his first game proper for Prince Alfred. Again playing on that far wing, down the line, big fly, takes the mark, no, just not, and play on. The ball's wrapped up, a lot of congestion in this middle part of the second quarter.
Just going back and forth, you know, just from about halfway and then down to the 50.
Yeah, you're right, and now they finally get a kick away. Can anyone take a clean mark and take the ball into the 50? Not quite. Clean hands, and a free kick might cause that to finally happen with a high free kick on the Prince Alfred player, so he'll take the kick now. Kicks it wide to McNamara. McNamara handballs over the top into the 50 now. Can someone mark it? Nicely done, a nice lead there by Ianello.
Just dropped into his hands in the end, you know, just
Yeah,
nice little chest mark there.
Read it really well and just chest marked it, did it a good movement to get it underneath it. He already has a goal, so he'll want to add to second now. Only about 25 metres out, a bit of an angle, but not too much to worry about, so he should probably get this one. Left foot as well suits, and he does.
He liked it off the boot too.
Second for Ianello, and really bringing this game a lot closer now. 6-2, he plays 5-3.
Yeah, so just slowly clawing themselves back here, PAC. Ianello been a good addition to the team today, 2 goals. But I'm making a mess of this scoreboard here, so don't worry about that.
I think that's right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I said 6 goals, I think it's 5 goals only. So, 5 goals, 4-34, plays 6-4, 40. 6 points the difference, so one straight kick in it. 13 minutes played in the second quarter, thanks to Dartfish.
Oh, we're still locked in the middle here. A few players jumping on top of it. Edward Allen just lurking around, ready for that tap down. Lockwood tried to take it out of the ruck himself and is a bit perplexed that he might have given away a free there, so PAC with the advantage comes out on that far wing still, was looking for the hands of Pitt, just dropped over the top of him. Now he's trying to get into it. So we'll have a stoppage here. Pitt was on the bottom of the pack there. So up they go. Lockwood tries to get it again, but comes out the back to Jolly. Just snaps it. Great hands there from Charlie Allen. Just try and settle the boys now. Goes out wide. He's got the switch on if he wants it. Oh, he thinks about it. Oh, they're still thinking about it. Nope, it says no to the switch. Long down the line. Just can't stay away from that far wing. It's coming back into the hands of PAC. No, it's not. Little fumble there. So they're forced to play on faster now, looking for McGill. And McGill, oh, he always puts his body on the line. Courage, there he goes again. Plays on. Oh, just a little bit unfortunate there. Should have pushed back a little bit further, but he just wanted to keep going there. Won't take anything away from McGill there. Initial skills were good. Garrels launches it in. Oh, it comes up there looking for Brazel. Brazel did well there, but unable to take it in two hands. Oh, and that's front on contact, surely. Or is it a mark? No, it's a mark. Okay, stand corrected. Garrels. A little bit of disagreement there coming from Edward Allen. But you know, it's round one. You just got to remember what goes on. Quick kick comes out from Jaden Davis. And it looks like that's through, all clear. So a little bit rattled there by the decision, I think. Spock and St. Peter's have pounced on that there, and the goal goes through.
Good courage by the St. Peter's defender there. Put his body on the line, just couldn't take that mark, and because of that, spilled over for the snap for Davis. But yeah, just a little bit cleaner, and we've got a game on our hands. 40 points each. A draw going in to this game.
Up.
So a good game for the crowd. As you said, the crowd is quite big now. The whole grandstand's full of fans of both teams, actually. So a nice day for footy, and we've got a really good game on our hands. Lockwood now flies high, taps it down to the advantage of his midfielders, but wrapped up quickly, and it'll be a secondary throw right in the middle of the ground.
Sure will be.
We'll see if someone can get a clean clearance here. No, none of the ruckmen touch it.
Got it.
Bounces before it hits any ruckman, and favoured St. Peter's. They found a way out the back. Onto the wing now. Nicely taken by Wilkin. Looking down the wing now, but nice kick too, just to find that clean possession. Riley Davis. That chipping style is working at this point. They find another mark just outside the 50 now. Looking inside. Can someone mark it? Big fly, 2-on-1, out the back, push in the back, or high. Either way would have worked, I think, and that'll be a free kick going the way of Prince Alfred. Brazel once again, he's already got a goal. He's going to look for another. He missed two as well, so he'll want to really make the most of the chances he has just to nail this and hit the lead, I think, for the first time this match.
It will be. So even if he gets a point, they'll hit the lead, but I think he'd prefer a goal.
He'll prefer a goal. Brazel did have a kick before they didn't get any score, so if that happens, it'll be still a draw, but we'll see what happens now. About 40 metres out. Quite a tight angle. Kicks it well away from where he actually marked it. Straight through the middle. Beautifully done, and that's a second for Brazel. And hits the lead for the first time to Prince Alfred. So 18 minutes played in the second quarter, and they've been a little bit cleaner, I'd say, in the last 10 minutes, and that helped them find their way into the lead.
It sure did, and just, you know, being composed coming forward, you know, the defence can panic a little bit, you know, push came there. I'd be worried if I was playing against Brazel, so 100%. You know, you'd be tempted to have a little bit of an infringement there, so... And Brazel makes no mistake. His kicking boots were a little bit off in the first quarter, but I'd say he's definitely back now, and that was a huge fly there from Stuart Rattray, but didn't go the way he thought at all. Ends up in the hands of PAC straight away. just gifted them the clearance almost in the end, and that's a beautiful kick straight into the hands of Brinsley. And just what a well-timed kick straight over his head, right where he had the space, right where he needed it. So another shot on goal within about 30 seconds. We're 19 minutes into this second term here. We just saw PAC take the lead for the first time. They lead by a goal, and Thomas Brinsley has got a chance to extend the lead to, well, what would be their highest of the match. So Brinsley, a little bit of a sharp angle here, but the kick is absolutely beautiful. It goes straight through. So Brinsley brings PAC back to the levels I think that we're used to seeing. So they move out to 8-4-50 to Spock 6-4-40, and Spock have been very much in the game, but they've only kicked the one goal this quarter. They need to get a move on.
Yeah, 100%, and it's good to see this Prince Alfred team without. We mentioned that all their outs. We mentioned they've lost Jack Trengove, Andrew Bradley, Chris Curran, Campbell Wideman, a few other big names of that ilk, all A graders, and it's good to see some of the new players coming through, stepping up and showing why they still deserve to be one of the Premiership favourites for this season.
Right.
At the middle now, Jolly, again in his 150th. Back to him. Didn't do any favours there though. He got rid of the handball well, and then they handballed back to him in a whole pack of players. But it will be a stoppage, so it could have been worse. But they'll get it now. Another opportunity to go forward. They've fixed their midfield, which we mentioned at quarter time. They've won a lot more clearances and been winning there. Soccer kick off the ground, go straight to defender, play on, touch. The kick over the top now, 2v1 for St. Peter's, so they get a rebound inside 50. A bit of space there, no mark for Brazil. Bit of a wanting the holding, but not given. Towards the outside now and finding Stuart Rattray, who's ran wide from the ruck position. And now St. Peter's going forward. We haven't seen him go forward too much in the last 10 minutes, I'd say, and that doesn't help. But good interception, I'd say too. So it's a bit of both there as St. Peter's take that mark, and once again looking for that slow play. It worked earlier when they chipped it around and then found a target inside 50. This time long down the wing, no one can mark it. It dribbles over for a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, you can just feel it's maybe turned back into the favour of Prince Alfred, and I'd say for the first time in this game it was very much on St. Peter's terms from that very first clearance they got at the start of the game. It was very much on St. Peter's terms, but Prince Alfred definitely turned it in their favour now. They've brought Perks into the ruck. Give Trenorden a rest, who has been doing a good job. We'll have another stoppage here, almost on the centre wing. It is a bit hard to tell on that far side, but I'm going to say that's the centre wing. The umpire puts it up again. Quick kick comes out into the 50. This is what they've needed, some action down front, and the free kick comes. And the St. Peter's crowd, they're into it. It's in the hands of Johnny Reid. Obviously a fan favourite down here.
I don't blame him. He's got the skills and the footwork. We saw that earlier, and he's already got a goal as well. So really need to add this one and really stem the tide and stop the bleeding a little bit.
They should. So a needed goal here for Spock. Johnny Reid puts it through, but just a little bit too far to the right. So St. Peter's still trailing. It was 11 points to them at quarter time. Now they're behind by 11 points.
Yeah, that's it. And we haven't seen them attack too much, so it'll be interesting to see if they can just pin it in their 50 and create more opportunities. They'll get another shot now into the 50 or on the edges of it. Good mark taken, so now they'll definitely go into the 50. DeCesare has a goal and now looking for either another one or a chip pass. There's a few people making a run for him because he is quite far outside the 50, I think. But he looks quite confident, fixing his socks, looking for the kick. He does a run up and the kick off the side of the boot, right into the pocket. They do find a mark though, so it's not too bad in the end considering how the kick went. They'll have another shot at goal now, of course, right in the pocket, right on the boundary line.
I think it's Higgins. I think I just caught him just before he turned around, but you can already see him lining up for the snap because there really is no way that would go through on a drop punt.
The snap coming now, right foot snap. Into the other pocket.
Oh, stop it.
And a boundary throw in. They really wanted the free kick for the high there. From one pocket to the other, and they nearly had 2 shots in each pocket, but they'll have a boundary throw. And this is probably a little bit of a better result, some might say, because they will be able to get a shot away if they can be a bit clean here. They do get the shot away, but only for a behind. It was a rush kick straight out the stoppage and straight out the congestion for a behind.
Almost, I think both teams just needed the space here. Most players were within the 50, so
yep.
Speaking of, there's been a penalty.
25 metres. They won't mind that. Get the pressure off.
Get some space there. That's a great mark. Jack Ianello hasn't got much on down the line, and he knows that, so goes back inboard. Changing the lanes. Got Brazil pushing up really far. It's going to end up in a 2-on-1 though, so he elects to punch.
Good
Smart
punch.
play there from Brazil. He knew he was outnumbered. And ball went up at the bottom of the pack, and that's not coming out. I really liked that from Brazil. You know, he could have gone for the mark, but he knew he had 2 defenders, so he had to almost do the defensive action.
Yeah, you're right.
Even though he's the forward.
You're right, and it nearly paid off. There was a few players there free looking for a clearance. The ball in the middle now, though. 25 minutes played. Wouldn't be too much time left, I think. There wasn't that many goals as the first quarter. Into the forward now, or the defensive spot if you want, because they've got the ball. Kicking out towards the wing, but nicely taken there by Theo. Looking for someone to make him a run, and they do eventually in the pocket. The ball over everyone though, and they'll try and get it out now. The kick goes in for a goal, but the opposite way, so trying to switch play and just goes off the side of the boot, and for a rush behind will be a minor score the way of Prince Alfred. They'll look to get out here. They need a bit of fast run play, I think, just with how much time left. We've seen them do it a few times in the first quarter, so if they can get that. Edward Allen now, the captain, going wide. To no one in particular, the ball bouncing all over the place, looking for that clearance to try and go forward for one team, and the other team looking for another inside 50. Well done to find a little bit of space, using his speed. Finds Vrodos, who we know has that speed and composure.
Yeah, he got hit after he disposed of it.
Fouled after he kicked it, so free kick down the line, play on nicely with the handball. They go forward now, and the mark taken from the big ruckman there, so just well done by him to push back and read the situation and take that defensive mark. But the kick goes now long down the wing, and again just over the boundary line, so it might be not enough time for either team to score, but 27 minutes played.
Yeah, we're getting to the end of this quarter where PAC, you'd say, have really turned it around.
22-point turnaround.
They sure have. Throw in on the wing. Norton tried to grab it and kick. Didn't quite work out. We'll have another stoppage here. So, up again. Stuart Rattray was looking for it. And again, that speed starting to come back into the Spock midfield, but unfortunately caught with it there was Vrodos, but you could see what he was trying to do, getting in and under. Prince Alfred. Kick, looking forward, a few bodies flying up. They've got plenty of numbers out the back, but a little bit fumbly there was Edward Allen, but caught too high. Got a bit lucky there because had a bit of an unlucky fumble, and he's just telling the team to settle down. They've got plenty of numbers out to the right hand side here. And Edward Allen's giving them nothing.
Yeah, they wanted, a few of them were calling for the switch.
Yeah, well, they must have known the clock was counting down. So PAC, after a big quarter, back to more of the footy we're used to seeing from them. 8-5-53, leading Spock 6-6-42. So just almost a full turnaround from what we saw in the first quarter, Jad.
Yeah, exactly. From 11 points up to 11 points behind. So just those bit more cleaner, I'd say, in some of the possessions, and found marks inside 50 more in that quarter, which really helped them kick the goal. And they're also kicking straight, because we saw they missed a few shots at goal the first quarter, and then when they kicked straight, only 2 behinds that quarter. So yeah, you're right, they turned it around. We're a bit cleaner, showed everyone why they're the premiers, but definitely still a very interesting contest, and both teams in it 100%.
They sure are. So we'll watch both the teams go in the rooms now, have a break, reassess. It'll be interesting to see what we see in the third quarter, because we'd say, first quarter dominated by St. Peter's, second quarter Prince Alfred got it back. Who's going to come out in the third quarter and bring their A game?
Exactly, and also I'm looking to see who deals with the fatigue the most. We know round one, we saw in the B grades there was people cramping late in the quarter and late in the game, so it'd be interesting to see who had all that pre-season work really builds up to late in the quarters, to see who can keep on top and keep the pressure on and keep the clean play going.
No, that's a great point. I think match fitness is really going to come into it. And yeah, like you said, we saw boys going down with cramp left, right and centre. So we'll take a break with the players and come back to you with the second half. At half time, it is Prince Alfred by 11 points. We're in round 1 of the Adelaide Footy League. Come join us soon for the second half. Sure.
Yeah. Ready. Welcome back to the second half here for the Adelaide Footy League Round 1 clash. We have St. Peter's versus Prince Alfred. It was a very, they say game of two halves. That was a game of two quarters. First game up, first quarter, 11 points up for St. Peter's. Second one, Prince Alfred found their feet and got that chemistry going, and they're 11 points up themselves now. 6-6-42 plays 8-5-53. Thanks to Dartfish for being today's game day sponsor. All the Dartfish stats. I mentioned wanting to see the Dartfish stats for the first quarter clearances. They definitely evened up in that second quarter, so yeah, good work for Dartfish for all the stats they provide us and insight into the game. Underway now, and it's again starting off a little bit scrappy with a follow-up throw. We saw Beck, the team came out 5 minutes before the end of that was Prince Alfred came out so early, and
they did,
and they were warming up like almost at like the start of the match, just trying to get their legs and find their feet in the round one.
Yeah, they were. It's like, you know, they knew they found a good level in that second quarter, but they wanted to come out and keep it going. But
yeah,
here's Spock looking to do what they did in the first quarter, but not like that. Charlie Allen just got wrapped up, and that'll be holding the ball.
Yeah, it was almost like they came out 5 minutes early. They're like, you know what, enough talking. We know what we have to do. Get some warmed up, and we mentioned about cramping and things like that, so I might be thinking of that, just keeping the body warm. Into the 50 now, beautiful long kick, over the top, no mark taken, play on, wrapped up a little bit too high, so it's going to be a free kick.
It sure is.
And a good amount of away supporters too, loving that one.
Yeah. Oh, calls for a yellow card down there. I didn't quite see what happened, but
it's just a tackle a little bit hard, to be honest. It wasn't yellow card worthy. I think
here comes that stretching we were talking about, getting the cramps out.
I think the crowd was being a little bit cheeky with that one, but
Ionello
again, so he's already has two. We know he got presented with that number 26 just before the game, so just get 2 goals already and looking for a third. Left footer coming back nicely. Does have the distance. Touch on the line, play on. Snaps around his body, and another high tackle.
Oh no!
Ball just not making the distance. They had the snap on goal right from the bat line and tackled to stop the goal, and just went a little bit too high, so they'll go in here and kick a certain goal. Thomas Brisley with his second, and off to a good start. Prince out a few free kicks there, but they were definitely there, and the crowd really helping them get up and about.
Oh, they were. A little bit of ill discipline there from the defenders, and I've mentioned it before, you know, once the pressure comes on, it can be very tempting to, you know, they're that punch that's a little bit too high, clip them high, put on, you know, something that's a little bit illegal, and you can't be doing that directly in front of goal, because you can see the result there. Brinsley, he wasn't going to make a mistake from there, and even the one before from Ionello only just dropped short in the end, so very dangerous spots there to be giving away a free. Yeah,
you're right, panic stations in defence.
That's it. So PAC just looking to keep rising above, but Higgins gets the clearance straight out, was looking for Collie, just got thrown about a little bit in the end there.
Charlie with the pace.
It did there, and there's some more pace there coming from behind. Great tackle there, looks like it was from Perks, and I heard Perker coming from the bench there, so I reckon it must be Perks.
Helping us with our names.
Always good when you get a little bit of assistance from the bench. Gets it into the hands of Macaulay, and Prince Alfred looking to go forward here. They know they've probably just got themselves on top a little bit here, but a lot of boys in blue ready for defence, but on the other end coming into defence, PAC have gotten back nicely. Oh, nice. Would have thought it was a mark there, but Garrels didn't quite take it. It'll be wrapped up here, so we'll have a stoppage. Now, it's hard to tell, probably about 20 metres outside the St. Peter's 50. We almost need a drone or something here. We can look from the top, Dad. We'll just send it out there. That's like the spider cam they've got at the MCG and such. Oh, jolly. Just a little bit of a spin in there. Something special for his 150. And that'd be why he has played 150 A-grade games. Just that little bit of class he adds into the middle there. And Trenorden takes it out of the ruck. Sends the kick out wide. It goes to Perks again, but it's caught holding the ball. So looking to move quickly this time as St. Peter's, but they weren't set up on the mark. It's probably for the best because it ended up in the hands of the opposition anyway, into the hands of Clark. So they'll try again. Looks like McGill sending it in. Going to Higgins. Higgins just assessing his options. He's too far out to score. Goes with the long kick in. Had Stuart Rattray there looking for it. And the ball just comes up nice and high. Plenty of maroon jumpers there though. And easy mark there taken by Craig Pitt. I think he's taken his game to another level in the last couple of quarters. Here it comes. Oh, that's a beautiful mark there. Hamish Allen. One of my favourites today for St. Peter's. So they'll try that 50 entry again. Will St. Peter's. They go nice and long again, but there's a free there. The umpire says too high. So we saw them paid down the other end. So, you know, people talk about consistency with umpiring. Well, that's consistency there because the infringement has come. And shot on goal will come from Johnny Reid.
Fan favourite Johnny Reid. We've seen him do a few nice things. He has a goal already, so really needing this one. I think they really need the next goal, and if they can get this, it'll be huge.
Definitely do. Kick from about 20-25 metres out, and he makes absolutely no mistake. Johnny Reid, classy operator here for Spock, and people can say, you know, it's an umpire's goal, but we saw one down this end, one down the other end before, so I'd say that's even now, Jad. Yeah,
Johnny Reid, he's also very tall, so to get him high, it's sometimes pretty obvious, you know, with his how tall he is, but no, they really needed that one, and they'll be happy to score that one, kind of stem the bleeding a little bit and try and build on that, because that was a really nice play from St. Peter's. They looked a lot better there, they moved the ball nicely, and they'll want a lot more of that.
Yeah, just need more of that first quarter action that we saw from them. I think need to get themselves back into the clearances here as they try to, but Pitt was on top of it. McNamara's chasing here, but they do get the clearance here, so maybe they just like this end a bit better. There's a tough one-on-one tussle there. No whistles this time for Johnny Reid. Still trying to fight it out. Johnny Reid just sitting back in the square ready for it. There'll be a stoppage there. It'll be about 15 metres out. Dangerous areas here for St. Peter's if they can get in the hands of the right person. They try to. Ball almost gets left behind. Pitt was in there calling for ball against Macaulay there, but I don't think anyone had a chance to get it out there, Jad.
No, but I like the defensive actions from the forwards here. Lots of good tackles. Not letting them get a clearance away and a defensive action, but that's a defensive action which the coaches do love.
That's all you got to do, just hit it over the line.
From the stoppage, just punches it over for a brush behind, and a good play there with Hamish Allen now. Not Hamish Allen. Hayden Jolly, the number 27 for the other team. Get the kick in now. He's a very silky player, smooth player as you mentioned. So they'll be loving him.
Well, you can't buy 150 game A graders anywhere. Hard to come by.
True. He'll be happy with that milestone, and he'll be hoping for a win as well to celebrate properly. Plays on now and goes down the wing, but deliberately. Big fly, no mark. Looking to get the ball inside 50. Handball over the top. The boundary right there. Big hip and shoulder, but nice and fair. And the tackles as well. Rough but fair, like we like to see in footy, and just over the line. So will be a stoppage now.
Oh, you can just hear those two players hitting each other too, right in front of us.
Probably got caught on the microphone, it was that big, but it's not even a boundary throw-in, so it's going to be just a throw up there right now. The ruckman trying to get the clearance. Just a few clean hands here will go a long way to going either way, but once again, the pressure and the congested ball is tough to come by, and there'll be a follow-up boundary throw-in. Lockwood and
hit at the same time.
Hit at the same time as you mentioned, and they do get a mark here now, a little bit of a relieving mark coming the way of Pitt. Chipped over the top, finds McCullough, vice captain. nothing really on, so he's going to have to kick it down the line. Instead chips it down the line and intercepted nicely by Stuart Rattray. He's also been one of the best, I'd say, so far. Always about it, and that kick is dangerous but works out well.
Diving mark from
McGill looking to go forward nicely, and the mark and the handball to create that play, create an option. Big fly and big catch as well, so well done there from the kick from Stuart Rattray. McGill's very beautiful kick forward, and the awareness to have his teammate who was on the run and keep that momentum of the run going, and a good lead-up play and very strong mark from Johnny Reid. He's been probably the most dangerous forward, especially now that Bedford came off injured. We haven't seen him yet, so
a bit unfortunate.
Unfortunate for him and the team. He looked very dangerous, but now Johnny Reid's doing a good job of being that guy. Kicks truly. No need for the umpire to move left or right one bit, and that's another goal for Johnny Reid. 2 this quarter and 3 overall in this whole match. Again, nice play there by St. Peter's to really push forward and find those marks and find the intercept marks as well as the uncontested marks to find a clear shot at goal.
Yeah, more importantly, they've squeezed that lead back to within 4 points. So St. Peter's, they're just creeping up slowly. Maybe they can take the lead back
100%,
for the first time since they lost it in the second quarter. Now it's only 4 points, 8-7-55, trails PAC 9-5-59. We're back in the centre now. This clearance could be very crucial. And just PAC taking their time to just set up here and get things going. Trenorden does well there just to push it out. Trying to get some advantage here. And that was twisting and turning there. Nice run there, but ends up in the hands of St. Peter's. And they're still trying to go forward here. Diving on top of it was Charlick. Is he going to get penalised for it? He is. And it was just a bit awkward there. He just kind of just tripped on top of it. But umpire says you're diving on it. 1-on-1 comes in here, but big flying hit from Sumner from the back. Still in the hands of Allen. McGill chips it in, just drops in front of everyone. No one was able to take it at all, so the run comes from PAC. Trying to get out. That's an awesome mark there from Brinsley.
Huge.
Just real good use of his body, got his hands in there. And the kick was absolute perfection in turn to Wilkin. Wilkin just takes stock of what's in front of him. Takes a nice safe kick to Chant. Chant just bombs it long. Bombs it really long. Didn't quite get it to hand. Pitt's in there trying to dive on it, trying to get it out. But no possession to be had there, but really good transition there from PAC.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that in the second quarter. They haven't got going as much this quarter, but that shows that they still have it. And yeah, they're really into the forward line now and looking to stem the momentum of St. Peter's. So it'll be another stoppage now. Up and down the ball goes now, looking for a snap. Snapped instead by the defender, but nice intercept mark and nice read of the play by Macaulay. Looks to bring it back into the 50. Into the hot spot, the dangerous area. People flying, trying to mark, but no luck. But the handball was nice by the ruckman. Picked it up off the ground and handballed it wide to kind of loosen the pressure. And then now it will be a last man rule. So got to look for another inside 50, a repeat inside 50 for Prince Alfred. They haven't done that too much this quarter. Big fly.
Whoa.
And paid the mark.
Well done.
Flew high
and
took
just
the mark.
stretching out after it as well.
Used his opponent as a bit of a step ladder, got really high, and they'll have a shot at goal.
Pitt over there.
Craig Pitt, so
yeah. Alright, to get the binoculars out for that one, Jad.
Yes, good you have those. So yeah, they'll have a shot at goal now. It's hard to know exactly how far they are, about 40 metres out, 45 metres, bit of an angle. But after you take a mark like that, who have so much confidence, you can go back.
So Craig Pitt now. Can he just give some breathing room? Back to his side. Kick looks good off the boot. And the crowd love it. So there's some good numbers from PAC up there behind the hill. Craig Pitt with a beautiful goal, and I think he's merging into one of my best players at the moment. He's been through the midfield. You always see him at the bottom of the packs, and now he's gone up and taken that mark and converted. Real good leadership there from Craig Pitt. So PAC moved to 10-5 at 65, spot 8-7 55. So back out to 10 points for PAC.
Yeah, we've got a good quarter on hand, very 50-50. It's good to see good signs for St. Peter's. I'd say that once Prince Alfred hit the lead, maybe a few people would have been like, oh, that's it now. But they've proven they're still in it. That last goal was nicely done, and like we said, a little bit more of the second quarter Prince Alfred we saw. Nice tackle there. Strong tackle by Theo, who chips it now a little bit wide. I believe that's Pitt again now. So
see, I think he's just really stepped up for mine, Jad.
He's raking up the touches in this quarter, and the kick to a big pack. So now looking to get those repeat 50s, like we mentioned. It worked earlier, and they're doing it again.
There's Pitt again.
Again, in and under with a handball while on his knees. That sums him up really this quarter, and that interception by Ianello, both Ianellos have been playing well as well. Into the 50 now by Jolly. Edge of the 50.
Too easy.
No one on him. It was just by himself, had so much room to take that mark. Just on the edge of the 50, so maybe that's why they were more focused deeper, but he'll still have a shot at goal now, and it will be Wilkin from, about 50 metres out. He's going to need his best from here, but as we see, they've got a few goals from outside 50, so they definitely have a few in their team that can make the distance.
Well, we saw Pitt launch one just before, so why not Wilkin as well?
Wilkin coming in now. Looks confident with his step. Low kick to try and make the distance. Huge fly, doesn't just make the distance in the end, and quickly rebounded. Looking to get the ball forward, but they instead defensive clearance. But they've got the numbers back there. There's 3 or 4 of them lined up in all across the ground. A bit of a Prince Alfred wall, looking to mark it in case that quick kick does come, and that's exactly what happened. And deliberately again into the 50, and another nice mark.
They're just really starting to shape up to the team that we've known and seen from PAC. Yes, they've had a lot of changes, but they've really, come back. I feel like they've just really pulled the team together in the last couple of quarters, and it'll be Davis now with a shot on goal.
Yeah, you're right, and they just that defensive wall. As soon as the kick came, they just rebounded straight for another shot at goal. This shot coming now, nicely kicked on the goal square. There's plenty of bodies there to get the touch.
Yeah, Brazil was up there, but he just couldn't quite take the mark.
And it's going to be, I think the umpire's going to bowl it up right in the goal square.
So many numbers in there.
Very much touched behind, which you would have expected that in that situation. About 2 or 3 people jumped up with no second man rule here and
a few people
punched
on the
it
ground
through.
Too.
Yeah, there's a big pack of players there.
Sorry, I was just laughing because I saw a kid trying to wander onto the oval there, and Mum just had to save her from getting a touch.
I want to get involved. I mean, who doesn't love footy, and especially in this weather?
Oh, you could get a lifetime ban for that, Jad.
I mean, yeah. But you do make a good point.
I don't think at this level we'd be throwing around those kind of bans.
Especially for a 2-year-old.
No, but back into the 50 now. That would be a mark taken by Belperio for St. Peter's, that is, in defence. Could be thought of as a goal saver, you'd think. Back into that hot spot where we saw about half of the team earlier. Now in the hands of Marcus Roberts. Roberts has got space on the wing, finds the kick perfectly to Edward Allen. He's been a really solid performer today for me as well. Another one here in Rodos, one of the team's favourite stars. Goes past his target there, which was probably Higgins, but Higgins still working hard, gets it out the back to Johnny Reid. Johnny Reid, when he fires, he goes hard, and McGill, he picks it up, just gets a little roving ball there and puts it through, and God, you always got to have someone on a little Benny McGill, because he is a goal sneak like that, and well done there, putting on a nice goal there, and St. Peter's still just keeping themselves in this game. 9-7-61, PAC 10-6-66.
Yeah, perfectly called. They did well in the pocket right in front of us to create the opportunity. There was a few defenders back, but they were cleaner and tougher. And that kick from Reid was a half shot, half setter. And when the big tall players don't get the mark, you need someone like McGill to come and rover and kick that goal, and a much deserved goal. He's been a star out there, and definitely deserved for all his hard work. And yeah, like you said, only 5 points the difference in the third quarter. Yeah, a lot of people would have maybe predicted when Prince Alfred hit the lead that they'd run away with it, but good effort from St. Peter's to really stay in it, and it's definitely still a 50-50 game. There's no clear domination yet, and there's McGill now again with the clearance. No mark by Higgins, but follows up nicely, as well as Hamish Allen tries to settle it towards Reid, and he was held without the ball, so it's a free kick going away of Reid.
Was giving him a nice little hug, which, you know, it's probably nice off the field, but on the field, that's a free kick.
Yeah, you're right. And Reid, as we mentioned, very dangerous. Already has 3. Looking to add to that with a 4th would be very nice for him. And the ball was really in Prince Alfred's half for most of the quarter, and the 2 times now that St. Peter's have gone forward, they've got a clear shot at goal. And that's another one for Reid. And another one for St. Peter's to hit the lead by 1 point.
They're back.
They're back, and after all the possession and all the time spent in Prince Alfred's forward line, the 1 or 2 attacks they have forward have really capitalised on it, and that becomes a huge play, especially when you're maybe considered the underdog going into the match. When you take your opportunities and clean going forward, even though one was it was a free kick, but you'd say that if it wasn't for the free kick, he probably would have marked it. So
that's it.
So really nicely taken, and Reid with 4 goals is really shaping up to be a dangerous man, and giving the opposition coaches a headache, I assume.
Well, you know, he might be becoming in some serious danger of, you know, winning some Archie's thongs today if he keeps this up.
Hopefully we have his size.
We'll see how we go. And again with the clearance here, Spock just really getting into gear at the moment. They're looking for him again in Reid. Oh, I just couldn't quite take it there, bounced off, but the Rovers were ready there, but the ball wasn't, and that's just bounced at absolutely all sorts of angles, and it will be a last touch free kick. But Johnny Reid looks like he's on an absolute heater at the moment.
Yeah, big fly, strong hands. They really have to do anything they can to stop him.
Just bounced off his chest. He'd probably be annoyed that he didn't take it, but ball's coming out now, direction of Davis. Davis, I think he's been having a good game for mine personally. And smart play there, just get some distance on it and they'll end up with a throw in. Thankfully on the close wing this time, Jad.
Yeah, we haven't had too many throws on the side. I'm sure the coaches prefer it too, right in front of them. Yeah, and give instructions.
Can see what's going on, yeah, don't have to send the runner out.
Make changes as well, interchange.
Yep, that's it, quickly get them off. A lot of quick handballs coming through here now. They are very good at that PAC. But working hard defensively at the moment are St. Peter's. In the hands now of Lily Krapp. Lily Krapp trying not to get trapped in that wide pocket down there. Right, hands were up, but the whistle's blown. So the free is going back to Chant. A lot of people flying up there, so must have been just a little bit of infringement in the contest there. A lot of St. Peter's under the ball there. But wrapped up in the tackle in the end there was Garrels. So they got a score down there this time, you'd think, Jad, Prince Alfred.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time down there without too much reward. We did see a few goals obviously, but how much possession they had in their forward half, they haven't been able to put the scoreboard pressure as much as they hoped. They do free kick now going away with St. Peter's, and again Allen winning that free kick. He's been very good, Edward Allen that is. The kick though not as good as they're straight down the throat of Macaulay there, and the kick's basically smothered, so it's going to be play on now and just trying to find that mark again, which they just had towards the direction of Jolly, but intercepted nicely by Nick McGill this time. Both the McGill's playing really well. That kick is into a dangerous position,
beautiful.
nice into the lead of an attacker, but couldn't mark it. He runs onto it now, looking for his teammates to handball and find a better angle. The defence is getting back there, and there's almost 3-on-1 trying to block that ball, and it does get blocked in the end for a boundary throw-in. They won't mind that though, Prince Alfred, considering they did have a lot of open space in their defence, but it's still a dangerous position for them. They want to get a quick clearance and find a mark anywhere. Straight from the ruck though, looking to get the kick away is Reed. Over the back is Jaden Davis, really deep in defence, clearing it out. Nearly mark taken, but not. So St. Peter's looking for a repeat inside 50 now. Does well to dance around his defender and then into the forward line. Who can mark it? Nobody yet. The ball hits the floor and then the bodies pile in, and looks like another stoppage.
No,
on the ball.
No. I can see it. I can feel. You can feel when the umpire's winding up for that holding the ball sometimes.
They'll be happy with that just to relieve the pressure a little bit. But this kick is still dangerous. We've seen it a few times, not result in a mark, which means the ball just keeps coming back to the 50 for both teams. So this kick now just down the wing. Big fly, no mark taken. Again, a big pack forming. There's a lot of congestion in that part of the ground, and it's going to be a stoppage.
Now, it's 1 point game at the moment. For some reason it doesn't quite feel like it, but there is only 1 point in it.
Yep.
So, stoppage is coming now. Out the back there was Wicks. Had a little bit of space, but no one's got any space now. The space is all in the 50. Nice high kick there. No mark taken, and it's out on the full, in fact.
Like the last 5 minutes of the second quarter, a lot of stoppages in the last 5 minutes of this game. So it could be the fatigue or just both teams not wanting to concede in red time that causes this. But the game is a little bit of a stoppage game now at the moment. But if you can take marks like that, that really changes the course of the game. And that kick is dangerous to the leading player. Mark taken,
that was
and the siren sounds. So 3/4 time siren sounds. He's marked it about 15 metres out. He saw from that mark and getting contested while trying to mark it. So I'm not sure if he's going to go back, but it looks like he wants to go back and have a shot, because I guess why not? The siren's gone for the 3rd quarter time. He's going to have to kick it from about 55 while he looks a little bit sore, slightly limping, but
might be kicking it off one leg.
He's taking a long run up, so he's still going through his normal routine.
Brazil with it.
So Brazil's got the ball. We know how good he is. 2 goals already. Again, it's going to have to be 55 metre kick. They've got all their ruckmen and tall players on the line. The kick doesn't make the distance or the direction in that case, and it will remain the same score as it was before the siren went. So 10-7, 67. St. Peter's plays 10-6, 66. 1 point lead at 3/4 time. You couldn't ask for much better on a Saturday afternoon of round 1 footy.
No, you couldn't, and it's exciting. We're all back playing footy. We've got a nice close game here to watch, and it's definitely anyone's game. You mentioned during that quarter, I think we both thought that it was in danger of PAC just running away with it, and we talked about that at halftime. We thought, PAC are getting it together now. They're probably just going to run away with it, but St. Peter's, they seem to like this end to the left of your screen here, kick really well down here. They won the quarter very convincingly. So, what can they put on for this last quarter, or will PAC come back and finish it off?
Yeah, you're right, and it's been, like you said, a really good game. 4 goals in that quarter to 2, and the 1 point difference will come back after these short messages.
to the last quarter at Cater Oval, St. Peter's College, where the battle of the two big OCs, St. Peter's and Prince Alfred, is really heating up. We're actually only a 1-point ball game here. St. Peter's took control of the game in that quarter, got themselves back in front. Now they started this game on an absolute heater where they kicked the first 3 goals of the match. Prince Alfred worked their way back in the second quarter, and then in the third we saw much of the same from the first quarter, and Spock just got themselves in front here, and we were just talking, off air, and it almost feels like Prince Alfred are playing a little bit better, but somehow St. Peter's just keep getting themselves in front. And I'm here this afternoon still with Jad, and you're going to do a little bit of an around the grounds for us, so take us through it.
Yeah, so in other games in the Adelaide Footy League, of course, round 1, some very interesting results going on. Payneham 55-62 to Golden Grove, so Div 2 Grand Final rematch is another close one there. Broadview 17-71 to Port District, so a bit of a big score difference there.
Port Districts, I think, are going to be scary.
Yeah, it looks like they really want to make a statement in the first round, and it seems like that's happening right now. Brighton 27, the Golonga Rams last year's runner-up 54. Sacred Heart 21 and 34 to Strategic Gully, so quite a close game there. Very low scoring as well. They're all 3 quarters or nearly 3/4 time scores, so yeah, some interesting games. But back to this game here we got in front of us today. Yeah, it seems like like you mentioned, St. Peter's are really scrapping and fighting for every ball and every blade of grass, which also is probably how they avoided relegation last season. So they've definitely got experience in being the underdogs and finding results when they probably were not expected to, or even if they find themselves behind, finding a way back into it. They've got that experience and not too many changes from last year's team that just scrapped away and just survived in the league. A few key changes, though, as you mentioned, like Nick McGill, Bedford, who we saw early, and Cormac Dwyer. They've really impacted the game and been very clever. But yeah, very interesting last quarter. 1 point the difference, and we'll see who can step up and get the W today.
Yeah, no, you mentioned Bedford. We saw him come off injured earlier in the game, and we haven't seen him since, so we can only assume that's ended his day. And will that come into it? Because they're 1 man down on the bench in that case, so
yep.
Will PAC be able to run over them because they've got extra legs? There's something about this end to the left of screen as well that seems to be the scoring end, seems to get the team up and about. So this first stoppage here, this could change everything. So we'll go straight up here. Stuart Rattray gets the clearance down to Higgins straight away, but Jolly kicks it. He's gone straight inside 50 for PAC, as we said. More so the scoring end seems to have been here in front of us. But they cut it off well, St. Peter's. They've just got to settle themselves here and play some classy footy here if they want to finish off this game. They could cause a serious upset here. They're really in danger of that. Here they go. They've got some clean through the middle, but not clean at all because Jolly had his hands up and he just stole that and said, thank you very much.
Play on.
We're playing on here. Looking forward and just diving towards it here is Brinsley. And he'll take the first shot of this last quarter. Can he put PAC back in front?
Yeah, well called there. Jolly showing why he's the 150 gamer. Really a coach favourite there when you intercept it like that, and you're the reason your team now has a shot at goal to try and hit the lead. The coaches love that. Brinsley already has 2 goals as well, so he'll be wanting it out of third now. So
can they have the dream start to this last quarter? Thomas Brinsley, as you said, Jad looking for his 3rd goal. He'll kick from about 35 out, but just a little bit inaccurate there, but they do get the first score of the quarter here, and we are all locked up. Maybe we could start the year with a draw, Jad. We didn't even think of that. A draw.
We didn't consider a draw. We always like to think of the winners, but you're right, a draw would be a very interesting result to start off the year and shake up the table in terms of the future results and things like that. Good mark over the back. Really read the play well there and stuck his hands up, getting the ball inside 50 now again. Who's there to mark a fly? Just couldn't get the mark down from Pitt. He's been unreal in the second half, especially.
I'm telling you, he heard a whisper that he was, you know, in a chance of getting the Archie's thongs, and he's just lifted.
Everyone's favourite prize in footy, the Archie's thongs. Thanks to all our sponsors, Archie's being one of them.
There he is again!
There he is again, trying to bulldoze his way through the pack, but he is caught for another stoppage.
But he looks very dangerous. If he'd, you know, gotten an inch there, he was straight at goal.
Ball goes up now, dangerous position here for St. Peter's defence. Holding, free kick against St. Peter's. So they're going to have another shot goal. I think that's Craig Pitt again.
Oh, it is. It's my boy Craig.
He's going to have a shot now from not too far out, maybe 25 metres, but it is a very tight angle here. A few of his players doing leads, so they might be doubting him a little bit, but he's got his confidence up and he's up and about. I don't see why.
Back yourself,
he won't
Craig.
back himself.
Go
correct.
for the Archies. So Pitt,
beautifully kicked, but just too skinny, and it is another behind. So takes that 1 point lead into the game. Could be a crucial point late coming up. Who knows?
True. With a game this close, the old handy point comes into play.
Yep.
So Nick McGill with the kick out. He was looking for Brodos. Couldn't quite get him though. Brodos comes in and puts on the pressure though towards Shrinauden. Quick handball out. We're looking for some run from Jaden Davis there, but the handball couldn't quite get there. So we'll finally get some action right in front of our commentary spot here. We haven't had a throw in here today.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Good to see some action right in front of us here. See Stuart Rattray and this time Perks going at it in the ruck. And they'll be doing it again, this time with the stoppage. We'll see who wants to impress us for that Best On Ground award. Stuart Rattray doing some good things there for me this time. Collie was working hard there, all on his own. There's Cormac Dwyer.
Lucky bounce.
Look, can he get the bounce through? It's going to hit the post. Oh, well, that's disappointing for Cormac, and been a little bit. He's had the 2 goals, I believe, but probably a little bit more alive in the first quarter when Spock were up and about. But if he can get going again, make something happen here.
Yeah, kick the first goal of the game.
For Spock, and you'll never guess, we're back to even again.
Ball comes out now, and both teams doing well to not let the other team out the back too easy, and big tackles happening all around. It will be going the way of last man, more deliberate kind of rules, so they're going to go forward now. Big kick into the forward 50. Big fly!
Here he is!
And big mark by Tyson Brazel.
Big Brazel.
He jumped early and he had his arms reached to the top of the top, but that was enough to take the mark. Good luck stopping that from the defenders. And Brazel with one of the best goal kickers in the league, as we know, and already has 2 this game. This could be a big goal here with everything that transpired with that mark, and to make the most of the early dominance from Prince Alfred. 35-40 metres out. A little bit of an angle, but as a right footer it's not too bad. Again, a little bit skinny to the left, and it will be another behind, so that's 3 behind plays 1 behind, I think, this quarter, or something like that.
Yes, it's 3 to 1. 3 to 1. We're doing soccer scores here this quarter.
The first goal is going to be a crucial either way, and
first goal wins.
We know in tense games, you know, always feels like harder to score, and each goal becomes more important. So it's good when you take your marks from defence like that. That was a dangerous kick, but worked out well. Again, Prince Alfred done well to kind of have that wall in place. Makes it difficult for St. Peter's to leave their own 50. It usually results in a kick down the line, and that looks like what's going to happen now. Big pack forming, big fly but no mark from Prince Alfred player there. Into the 50 now, no mark again, so the handballing has to come into play. Through Capiro and a few others, the ball finds its way towards the wing, and it'll be a boundary, a last man rule, so go on the way of Prince Alfred. they'll want to make the most of this and get the clean possession in their forward half. Big fly from Pitt, no mark. Over the back now. They got their fast players onto it. Brinsley, centering ball, slips catch.
Oh, pay the mark.
And he paid it for a mark. A nice type of cricket slips catch there, diving to his side. He finds an option a little bit closer.
Very nice.
And goes straight to him, to Joshua Garrels, who already has a goal as well.
I just got nice and steady there, didn't rush it. No one tried to take a shot that was a bit out of their range, just worked it in until they got here to Garrels, who looks like he's within comfortable distance for him.
Bit of a goal sneak, Garrels. He's having a shot now, already has a goal. About 30 metres out, bit of an angle. Confident. His teammate likes
early
it.
Confidence there too. Teammates went up very early for that one, and rightly so, because the first goal of the quarter's finally come at the 8-minute mark of the last quarter. We were just playing in behinds until now, and PAC, they finally pushed that lead out to, over a goal. 11-9-75, St. Peter's 10-8-68.
That's right, the 7...
That's that handy point we were talking about.
The handy point, exactly. You beat me to it. Brinsley, behind the goal, put his hands up and celebrated just as he kicked it. Thomas Brinsley's got 2 goals himself, so he knows something about goals, and he was happy with it.
Nice, good stuff.
The ball going up now, and the ruckman again jostling. Clearance from the ruckman, Trenorden, towards the 50 metres. Allen gets caught on the ball by Riley Davis. That was one of your favourites so far. He did well there, and nice kick to find a little bit closer to Oliver Clark. So as they were playing in front of us earlier, I heard one call him Silk, so I think that's his nickname, and
I like that.
He must be a very silky player, so he'll be happy to have the ball in his hands and use his silk to hopefully get a goal for them.
See if he can finish it off and put this out to a bit of a more difficult lead to catch. It's definitely Silk. Yeah,
you could hear them yelling Silk, wanting a ball, but instead he goes for the shot. And straight through the middle.
Bang!
His teammate was yelling, trying to get him to pass it, but he said, "No, it's fine.
I got this.
He has the silk in the class and finished it nicely." So, yeah, as he said, bringing it more than 2 goals away now with that handy point, and going a long way of finding a way to win this match is Prince Alfred. Most of the play's been down this half of the ground, and they're attacking half. So yeah,
that's it. And the way this game's going, that could very much be a game-winning lead. We've seen the leads very close here. 11 points, 1 point. Well, that's one of the biggest leads we've had since the start of the game, when Spot came out and kicked those first 3 goals. So
yeah, good call. Could definitely be a game-winning margin now.
Oh, unless Spot said no, it won't be. We're coming back here.
We saw them come back already once.
That's it. Hamish Allen, he's looking to play on. Big launch on the left boot there. There's a massive pack down there. Heaps of hands going up. Of course, 2 of them were from Johnny Reid. But just a desperation there. Crowd's getting involved. And you can just see the sheer numbers in the 50. It gets so crowded down that end. Just get, stuck in that little pocket area. The ball goes up just outside. Took it out of the ruck, did Stuart Rattray, threw it on the boot, but it'll just be a behind. Stuart Rattray has been very strong when he's been in the ruck though. Really liked what he's tried to do and been very athletic around the ground.
Yep, no, he's very athletic.
So, Spock 10-9-69. Still trailing by 2 goals to PAC, 12-9-81. With Wicks now for PAC.
They've got a spare man or 2 behind the ball to St. Peter, so they don't want to concede again. And this kick down the line should suit them.
Oh.
Big fly, but no mark. The ruckman's there. He was one of the spare mans. Lockwood there, just trying to get some hands free to find a little bit of room, but no luck. It would be another stoppage now. This could be a crucial stoppage to see who can get the ball forward. St. Peter's haven't had the opportunity to go forward too much. They want to win these stoppages on the wings.
Oh.
Lockwood in the ruck, out muscled the other ruckman and got his player's first use. Big smother though to stop the ball going forward by Garrels. We've seen him kick 2 goals, and
very
then,
nice.
When the small forwards go in and help in defence, the coaches love that, and a big smother stops the ball going inside the 50 of his opposition team.
Yeah, and those 1%ers can mean a lot in tight games like this. Really change the tide. So here they go straight through the middle. They're looking for Pitt there, but outrun there by Edward Allen. Did really well. Got it across to Nick McGill. And they're looking a bit cleaner now as I say that. Just a little bit of a drop mark there. Commentator's curse. The hands of Ed Colley. And that's more like it. Mark taken inside 50. And looks like, is that Lockwood? It's hard to see out on the far side. We'll go with Lockwood here. Just presented well. He's gone straight back, not wasting any time taking the shot. Be pretty far out, maybe a 40-metre kick, but it was absolutely no worries at all. So Lockwood kicks true for St. Peter's. They get their first goal of the quarter, bring that lead back to 6 points. Just one kick in it, Jad.
Yeah, Lockwood's been good. He was he was the one that got the ball when it was a loose man, and then when his team won the ball back, rushed into the forward line and helped, and obviously kicked that goal. And then as soon as he kicks the goal, straight back into the ruck.
Yeah, so no rest for Lockwood.
Hard-working Lockwood. Again, I keep mentioning the coaches' favourites. They love that kind of stuff, and yeah, they're back in it. They're never really out of it, to be honest. But the game looked like it might have been getting away from them, but then they again switch it up and get the ball in those dangerous areas. Lockwood again there.
Here he goes. He's trying to do it himself, Lockwood.
Using his strength to hold off the attacker and hold off the tackler and get another stoppage.
Yeah, he's getting first hands to it there, and they'll make use of it.
A little bit.
Just a little bit of a fumble there. There's McGill. The free's going the other way, much to the displeasure of the crowd. It's going to Charlie, and he's got Pitt there. Pitt there, feeling the pressure from Edward Allen, but it's Pitt with the mark. Got to make a decision there. He was looking for Garrels, couldn't quite find him. And they're in the 50. Oh, all on his own is Jaden Davis. Sockers it along the ground, and that's a beautiful goal. Jaden Davis. It's just what they needed here. So great play, just came along the wing in front of us here. Bounced well out the back for Davis. He ended up on his own somehow, and he puts it through. So PAC back out to that 2-goal lead at 12-9-81, Spock 11-9-75.
Yeah, it was a very good play there. Pitt had the ball on the wing, and you could hear the attackers saying, go wide, go wide. He went wide to Garrels, and I don't think he got the mark, but he followed up nicely to keep the ball moving forward, and because of that, created that opportunity for Davis, who very nice dribble kick along the ground to finish.
Beautiful.
We keep mentioning Brazel and Davis, they're like a combo up forward. One of the top 2 goal scorers last year, and 2 goals lead to this game.
It's good to have 1 goal scorer, let alone 2, you know, 2 big guys up forward. Trying to respond here now though, St. Peter's.
It. They go wide now, looking again. They're winning the clearances a lot the last 5-10 minutes, and a lot to the thanks to Lockwood and Vrodos and those midfielders doing good work. But that kick was intercepted by Prince Alfred in defence. Goes forward now. The ruckman are there again with a tap out. Big tackle, holding the ball.
Is it a bit of a late call there?
Thinking about the advantage, but instead they go back to go round again and go out wide, looking for a space, looking for a mark. They've been kicking nicely.
Oh, here he is.
And there he is again.
Pitt
again, going forward, but nicely cut off this time by Charlie Allen. Allen, nicely done. Goes wide again to Hamish Allen, so a few Allens getting involved now. Soccer kicks along the ground.
Smart kick.
Looking for Dwyer. Dwyer turns around, picks it up. Goes forward again, but to no one in particular in that kick, just getting marked back and forth. Lillycrap with the ball now on the wing. Not too many options for him, not much movement ahead of the ball, so he decides to just chip it sideways. Dangerous kick, and it was cut off before he could mark it. Now they go forward in their own right. Big tackle, could have been holding the ball, play on. And now the umpire blows a whistle for something. High tackle going the way of St. Peter's, so didn't get the holding the ball, but eventually luck goes their way.
Footy karma.
Just Cesare with that one. Again going wide, so those chip kicks left and right are helping them find space, but still ahead of the ball. There's not as much movement as they would hope. Goes into the pocket, big kick, high kick,
one.
Big fly. No mark and wrapped up immediately. It is a high tackle, so the attacker too keen to try and get the ball back. Just catches the defender high in Sumner.
So, high intensity stuff here, and this is where people can make mistakes in the heat of the moment. You've got to be really level-headed here, as Clark tried to go up for the big mark there, and those quick kicks, they're coming out fast, but they're coming out high as well. Just everyone trying to do their absolute best here. Bang, and the hit. See, here's where the free kicks start to come. Little mistakes get made. Newman goes out super wide, but he's got the safe hands of Nick McGill. Taking down that favoured far wing into the hands of Rodos. Rodos, probably not the kick he would have liked there though. Got a little bit of an outnumber there though, but they managed to sort it out. I'd say it's a win here to get the stoppage there, because they did have the numbers there, did PAC. Again, taking it to the furthest point away from the commentators, which is nice of them. Now a bit of twists and turns there for De Cesare, and he's caught. So well tackled there, and they're just, I think a bus must have rolled in from Prince Alfred at about half time, because there's some serious voice coming there from behind that goal.
Yeah, they're really getting into it. Love to see it.
It's good. Trenorden for PAC. It's probably a bit early to start slowing it down. We're only at the 20-minute mark. Just coming into time on. There's still plenty of time for things to happen. Like this, coming out wide. Oh, and that's just beautiful work there from Oliver Clark. An absolute intercept there, Silk as is known, and the kick in there's too easy. He had the option, the easy one-on-one there to Jaden Davis. So an absolute turning point there from Oliver Clark. Just came in there, eyes for the ball, turned it over and kicked very truly to Jaden Davis. And I think if Davis puts this one through, it's game over.
20 minutes just ticking over, and yeah, with the momentum and the goals, it could be over, could be the nail in the coffin of round one for St. Peter's, but still has to kick it, and even though he's got 2 goals, Davis, we'll see how he goes.
Got to be nice and composed here, Davis. Probably kick it from about 35 metres out. Left footer goes through, and that's a beautiful kick. He likes it off the boot. He loves it off the boot, and of course you would. So Prince Alfred with their 3rd goal of the quarter, and just looking that little bit better here at the moment. They move to 14-9-93. St. Peter's 11-9-75. So an 18-point lead here, and I'd say that's their biggest lead of the day.
Yes, I believe so, and 3 goals to 1 this quarter kind of sums it up, with St. Peter's not being too bad, so they got their own goal, but the 3 the other way is really the killer. Quickly, you did mention Nick McGill in the he's been good, and we haven't really talked too much about him. He's back returning from Sydney Swans VFL team, and also 2021 A-grade best and fairest winner for St. Peter's, so he's bringing all that leadership and all that experience back, and he's been good, as well as his brother Ben McGill. They go forward now with a bit of a handball. Prince Alfred kicks it now towards the pocket. Can they find a mark here? No mark, and over the top of everyone, but goes out for a boundary throw, and in a very dangerous position for Prince Alfred. St. Peter's can't drop their heads yet. I know it's a 3-goal lead, but at least it's 3 straight kicks, I'd say. So really just need to be...
There's still time if they want it.
Exactly. Keep their heads up and be clean with the football and clean kicking goals, and anything's still possible. It is deep in their defence now though with a boundary throw, and they wouldn't want to concede from here. Nice hands to get the kick away. Rodos just to the edge of the 50, still not out of it. Lillicrap does well, but tackled.
Oh, that's a great tackle.
Big tackle. He did well pick it off the ground, so I immediately said he did well, and then a big tackle and good speed to get the free kick for holding the ball.
Oh, those kind of pressure acts are what can win you the game, especially when it's coming down to the wire like this.
Jack Arnello with the ball. His brother Ben got 2 goals so far, so Jack will want to get in on the party and kick for himself.
Get involved.
About 35-40 metres out, not too much of an angle. They kicked us straight up, misses by about 5-10 metres in the distance wise. He kind of spun back too much, and from there they can clear it through Hamish Allen. A few players trying to get involved. Ben McGill again with the clean hands and the handball from Higgins forward. Looking for a mark inside their 50. The defence done well in Sumner. But he is tackled again, and another follow-up tackle from Sumner after he lost the ball gives himself the free kick and gets the possession back for Prince Alfred.
Again, just those 1%ers, those little desperate pressure acts in a real close game like this, and I'd say there's been an infringement there. No, there hasn't. Alright, I'm seeing things. Stuart Rattray now for St. Peter's.
Good position there.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try for goal there, but they haven't got a whole lot of time, so he's going to have to just go back and take the shot.
Yeah, can't waste too much time.
We've got 3 goals to get. So Stuart Rattray marks just out of the 50. His kick looks good off the boot, but it's going to fade to the left. And just a behind there to Stuart Rattray. So,
1 goal 3 this quarter.
That's a killer.
To 4 goals 3. So yeah, they both have 3 behinds each, but one has a lot more goals. So if those 3 behinds could have been different, it'll be a lot closer now. Prince Alfred just getting it out of there, deep and wide, and just couldn't keep it in for a boundary throw-in. 24.5 minutes played, thanks to Dartfish for all the stats. You can have a look at all the stats after if you get a subscription with Dartfish, and it's going to be a very interesting to look at, with every quarter being very different to the other.
Oh.
Big punch forward by the Prince Alfred ruckman, and it's going to be a last man rule. It didn't go anywhere near anyone. So
I think that was Jolly that came through and just absolutely just fisted it. It had enough.
Yeah.
Just get it out of here.
That's it. With 25 minutes played exactly now, they're trying to use as much time as they can. Just make sure that they don't concede any, and keep it at a comfortable pace. This is again still Clark with the ball. He's
popped up.
Had a very good last quarter, and really gone a long way to helping them get in front in this last quarter. There he is again with a handball over the top to McNamara. McNamara clean hands, gets the ball forward, but dribbles because he's tackled as he kicks it. Davis now pushing up forward to help out on the wing, and again a few big tackles right in front of the interchange gates to stop the ball moving too far. Davis again with the clean hands off the ground. He's in and around it and trying to get the ball forward for his team, despite being one of the key attackers for his team, really helping out on the wing, which is very important in modern footy.
And you can see the fatigue hitting here now. People, hands on their knees. Few people slow to get up from the last contest. So who's going to put in for these last few minutes here? Kick comes out from De Cesare, and there is the final siren. So the winners here today, the reigning premiers, PAC 14-9-93. They defeat Spock 11-10-76. And you'd say, well, yeah, that's what we'd expect PAC to win, but the game wasn't like that at all, Jack.
No, it was a very back and forth game. A good effort from St. Peter's, to be honest. They probably came in, a lot of people saying, well, it's people who just avoided relegation to the premiers, and they brought it to them early. The first 3 goals of the game, and even when Prince Alfred came back into it, they never gave up, and they always found a way to get back into the game and keep themselves alive. in the end, the class of Prince Alfred came out on top, and maybe some of the goal kicking and a bit of a silken touch around the ground was a little bit cleaner. But in the end, it was a very back and forth game, very close. It was obviously 1 point at 3/4 time, so it doesn't get much closer than that.
Well, yeah, it was going between 1 point to each team. We started the quarter 3 points to 1. It was it was very close. It was coming down to the wire here, and then PAC just able to kick away, and that probably is that experience from them that they have, just able to finish it off a little bit better here. But I think the story of this game is actually the way that St. Peter's played. I think they really took it up to PAC. I think they've really improved. We heard from their coaches before the game that they had a really strong pre-season, and I think that really showed today in their performance. Yeah,
and we talked a lot about their recruits. Bedford started well before the injury. Nick McGill brings that class and that experience, and Cormac Dwyer with 2 goals and kicking the first goal of the game. He was a bright spark up forward, and like you mentioned, if they play like this, they'll be very dangerous for a lot of teams moving forward in this division, and a lot of teams will take note of this game on how they played and how they can stop them, because they're not going to be a walkover. And we showed their fight and their resilience last season. It seems like that's carried over with how they kept fighting. In terms of Prince Alfred, we said a lot of changes for them. They've lost a lot of their premium players, but it took them a while to get the chemistry going, and that will only grow within the next few weeks. But a lot of the players they brought in as well, and the young players coming through, showed a bit today. And people saying they're not in with a chance for the premiership, they might again look at this game and be like, they were tested and they found a way to win, and that's a sign of a good team. So it'll be very interesting to see the results of these 2 teams going forward. So make sure you watch it all on Filming Footy and with Dartfish.
That's it. Well, next week, Prince Alfred, they'll be up against Brighton at home, so you'd think they'd clock that one in as a win. They could, very easily go 2-0. St. Peter's, they've got a rough trip up to Golden Grove. I think that's going to be, a hard trip this year in Div 1. Golden Grove looking very strong. Yep. Going up there for their first home game in Division 1, I think that is going to be a bit of a tricky one for St. Peter's, but if they
build a flag, I think.
Yeah, if they bring more of what we've seen today, though, you never know. Anything could happen, but
they'll get a lot of confidence out of this performance. Even though they did lose, they showed a lot, and they showed that they're up for it, and they can fight with the big teams or the more experienced teams. So it'll be again, keep an eye on the results, and it's going to be very interesting next few weeks for them for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can't believe we're back here at round 1 already, but here we are. We've got through it. PAC with their first win of the season here, and we'll of course be streaming every game of Division 1 every week. This week our game was brought to you by Dartfish, and we thank all of our sponsors that make this happen. But you can watch any of the Division 1 games live stream with commentary every week, which is great, isn't it, Judge?
Yeah, it's great for local footy, and I love getting out to these local grounds, seeing the passion of the fans. We heard it from both sides getting into it, and like you said, every game live stream. So if there's still some games going on now, why not flip over and see the results and the last of those last few minutes of those games. But it was a really good game, and a pleasure commentating with you.
It has been, Jad, so thanks to everyone that was tuned in to round 1, and we'll see you next weekend for all the round 2 action.